Although technically not a pricing game, the Showcase Showdown is essentially the most iconic segment of The Price is Right. To be completely honest, I had no intention of reviewing the Big Wheel as part of this series. But I want to thank my amazing fans for making sure that I give respect to the segment of the show responsible for so many legendary moments. These are the moments that keep The Price is Right as the #1 show on daytime television. So before I leave the games of 1975, here are 5 fun facts about the Showcase Showdown. Number 5. The wheel wasn't always big. The big wheel that we know today hasn't exactly been around since its debut. A much smaller raffle-style wheel was used originally in 1975, with the contestants going up to a podium after their spin instead of standing under a scoreboard. The colors were different, the sound effects were different, the spins were definitely different, but the gameplay was the same and number value stayed in the same locations when the wheel changed. Even after all these years, adding the green spaces might be the biggest change to the wheel. It has essentially been identical since. How cool is that? Number 4. Going all the way around. We all know today that the wheel must go all the way around in order to count as a spin. Even when Bob Barker first guest starred on Family Guy, that was his line. The reason for this likely stems back to a contestant named Alberto, who gave the wheel the most pathetic of spins in order to hit the numbers he wanted. Clearly, Bob seemed none too thrilled with the attempt, and thus the full rotation rule was implemented shortly thereafter. Well-behaved contestants rarely make history, I suppose. Number 3. The audience saves the day. There have been rare but extremely noticeable moments when the iconic sound effects on the wheel weren't operating properly. Thus, the audience has been known to step in and recreate the sound effects on their own. That is how well known and beloved the Big Wheel sound effects are, that the audience felt the need to fill the void left by the technical error. Also, on a personal level, this further gives credence to my theory that television isn't watched, it's listened to. Maybe one day I'll prove my point. One day. Number 2. The $1 million bonus. One thing that's nice about the Big Wheel is that the green spaces and the dollar can essentially be used for any dollar amount that the show sees fit. Makes for much more special wins, especially during the $1 Million Spectaculars. Here, landing on $1 in the bonus spin would result in a $1 million bonus. By the early 2000s, game shows were the hottest television, especially on prime time, thanks to high-stakes shows like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Greed, and others where very large, unconscionable sums of money were given away nightly. Unfortunately, this particular Showcase Showdown bonus was never won. And the number 1 fun fact about the Showcase Showdown, the concept was likely inspired by Wheel of Fortune. Longtime Price is Right producer Roger Dobkowitz has stated that the Showcase Showdown was inspired by a then brand new popular game show named Wheel of Fortune, of course then hosted by Chuck Woolery. And Price is Right isn't the only show to be inspired by such a wheel. The Match Game, as well as the classic California lottery show The Big Spin, have also made wheels famous as part of television. On another personal note, I won my first $50 spinning a raffle wheel when I was 12 years old. It's also the first casino game I ever played where I won a cool, fresh Andrew Jackson. Yup, wheels are the best.